catalog, and then they select items in the cart, and then they check out. When they check out, the order is being sent to Venta Hub because that is where orders are managed. Now, when it hits Venta Hub, when Venta POS is integrated to Venta Hub, you will get to know with a count over here how many orders are pending from Venta Hub that has not been attended to, that are directed to your branch. And I will actually make this in practicals for you to actually understand how it works. So in Venta Hub, a shop is represented by its locations, not its tenancy. So if you have a business and you have 5 locations in Venta Hub, you have 1 tenancy and 5 locations. Now in Vengo, when a customer is looking for something to purchase, they don't purchase from a shop, they purchase from a location. So we actually try as much to push the nearest location to the customer. Now, when the customer makes the order is being sent to Venta Hub that there is an order from Vengo. Someone is buying, like, let's say, 1 air condition, and then the person is buying it from, let's say, the Adenta branch of your shop. So if this is the Adenta branch of your shop, this number will increase by 1, and then the cashier will see that there is an online order pending. Okay. Now, when the cashier clicks on the button, it will see a list of pending orders, the reference of the order, the phone number of the customer, the name, the amount, the date. And I will explain to you. And when you click an order, it will give you details of the items the customer wants. And when you have it, you just populate it, and then you schedule it to a courier. We are adding the name and the contact because sometimes a customer might order for, let's say, butter, a specific brand of, let's say, Verna water, and then you don't have it, but you have Voltic or Awake. You should be able to communicate to the customer to make adjustments to the order. That is why we also let you see the contact and then the name of the customer you are actually transacting with. So what this button does is it gives you a count of pending online orders from Vengo, and it also gives you an option to manage these orders. Now down here we have you can see no billing transaction. This is what we call our message board. Okay, we have a dedicated message board to show to actually have interactions between the system and then the cashier. So anytime there is a message from the system to the cashier, like that this is not there, what you are trying to do won't work, this is that, any log, we put it over here for the cashier to actually understand what is happening at the back end. And currently at the back end, what the system is telling the cashier is you don't have any item in bills, so you can't make any operations. So that is our message board. And beneath the message board, we have a legend input field. Now, this legend input fields affects every practice you do in Venta POS. That is in the billing model. And I'll explain to you how it works when we get there. So this part is where you use to actually input commands into Venta POS as a cashier. And by it is a keyboard we have. When you click, it invokes a keyboard that you can drag around. And anything you type on the keyboard, it actually populates the legend keyboard field, and it also populates the legend input field. And then when you click this close, it closes the keyboard. So this is how we serve people with touch screens. Because if we have touch screen and then you want to actually send text commands into Venta POS, we have a keyboard there that you can click and drag around to actually make space for yourself. Now, after that, below here is where we have the functional buttons. And when you look at the functional buttons, these are buttons that actually you use to interact with the system as a cashier. First, we have cash, Momo, and card, and credit. Now, these buttons are what we call payments buttons. Now, if a customer comes in and then they are buying an item and they are paying cash, after entering the item in the cash and the amount they are paying, when you click on cash, you actually process the transaction as a cash transaction. Same as Momo, same as card, and same as credit. Now, with Momo, we have 2 ways of dealing with Momo transactions. And this is why I will always select the latter for any business owner because of security. The first one is just like a generic and organic Momo management. When you click on Momo, it does nothing special. It just records the sales as a Momo sales. And what you, the business, has to do is provide a separate phone or a separate POS payment terminal from a bank to actually take your Momo payment. That is why you walk into some shops, you notice they have like a POS system setting. They also